Good morning and welcome to launch day. Bear with me while I just sort my computer out. Okay, going to give people a chance to join me. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Perhaps somebody could give me the thumbs up if you can hear okay. It's lovely to have your company for the launch of Emma Smith's first ever collection, which is really exciting. Emma's been an amazing design team member for forever, since the very beginning, and yeah, it's just lovely to finally have some designs from Emma. So thank you for the thumbs up, that's brilliant. I'm taking it that you can hear me okay, and good morning to everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. I am getting over a cough and a cold. Well, I've still got the cough, but yeah, other than that I'm fine, so that's good. Okay, so like I said, very exciting. Emma's first collection got 3 stamp sets and a die set, which is fabulous, and I cannot wait to show you all the design team inspiration. It is just mind-blowing, honestly. I've split the samples into 2 because I just thought I'm going to be here till lunchtime showing you all this. Excuse me. And I really want to do it justice as well, because everyone's put such a lot of work into everything. So I'm going to split it over 2 sessions, and if I get a chance to make something tonight I will. If not, I will come back on at some stage and make something. So before we go, I've just seen all the lovely comments, thank you so much. Right, I'm going to read the bits that I've got to read, and then I'm going to flip the camera. So they are with the Stockists now, and I've seen that somebody has said they've already placed their order, so thank you very much for that. They are of course with Hazel and Paul at Dragon's Papercraft. They are with Holly and Richard at Wow Embossing Powder. They are with Joe and Mark at Let's Create. They are with Kate at the Mulberry Bush. They are with Craft Stash. They are with Ben at Intercraft. And they arrived yesterday in America. So they are with Simon Says Stamps. I'm sure they'll be online very soon. And Jeanette at JCraft in Australia is taking pre-orders, and hers are leaving today. So obviously the Pinterest boards are there as well, so all the design team inspiration, if you want to have another look, they are all on the Pinterest board. So it's Julie Hickey Design, pinterest.com/Julie Hickey Designs to see those. So, and I will be back at 7:30 tonight as well, so bear with me. And I want to remember to share something with you at the very end. So I have written myself a note, so I just need to remember to look. Right, let me flip the camera and show you all this beautiful stuff. Bear with me. Okay, let's get this camera positioned nicely. Getting rid of my computer, but I just need to make sure I can see what you can see. Let it catch up. Okay, so first up is Emma's Lantern and Bell Jar stamp set. So in here you get I'll do it this way, you get a lantern and you get a nice bit of I don't know what to call that, like mesh to go over your lantern. You get a bell jar, you get little flowers, you get a lovely bumblebee, you get a with love tag, a charm and a little heart. And so I've stamped them out and coloured them in, just to give you an idea. And although this is a Christmas collection, I have to say, fill your bell jar with everyday flowers, which you will see in the design team samples, because people have run away with that as well. Lattice, thank you, Mary. I'm blaming my cold, all right? Yeah, lattice, I knew what it was. Sorry, I mustn't laugh because it starts me off. Yeah, fill the bell jar with flowers, and you will see that the design team have done that. And this can be an all year round collection, it really can. Beautiful little bee as well. And then we have the die set. So we have the, I'll do it this way, the bell jar. We have an inside section because Emma wanted to make these into shaker cards. Emma loves to make shaker cards, and so she wanted them to be able to have that aperture. We then got the lantern die. It's also got a section for an aperture, but this is a skinny frame, so it cuts the finest, and I'm going to bring a bit of Emma's sample in. Look at this, it cuts that finest. It's beautiful little frame to go inside your lanterns. And then we added some dies as well. So you have a house die, which is in a stamp set in a minute. You have a church, you have the bumblebee, you have a present and a holly sprig as well. So I tried to pick out the ones that I felt were the ones that you're going to use the most. So when you die cut your lantern, you get your base, you get that beautiful skinny frame, you get the obviously the inside of the aperture, so that you can put the dies together and actually cut yourself a lantern with the hole in it if you want to. Obviously this is it just die cut, and then this is it die cut and stamped. So you can stamp it and have a solid centre, you can stamp it and have that lattice work in it. But then look, when you start to put it all together, how beautiful is that? Just stamping and die cutting. I've actually used gold pen to add those accents, but I did cut that skinny frame in gold glitter card, and it is just beautiful. And then these are coming in a minute. Aren't they lovely? And then, so that's the lantern for the die. And then the die for the bell jar, exactly the same. So you get the solid background, you get the centerpiece, put the dies together, and then you can cut the aperture for your bell jar. You can use it with your stamps if you want to. And then these are the little die cuts that you get, the extra little dies for the stamps, which are coming in a second. So you get the bumblebee, which is in the lantern set. You get the little holly sprig, you get the present, you get the house, and you get the church. And how useful will that church be for wedding cards and things like that? And so then I put a little bell jar together. I've actually put acetate in it. And just how lovely is it? With that little snowman, we've got some Christmas trees, and these are all coming up in Emma's little Christmas element stamp sets. But we've got the church, the trees, we've got snowballs, we've got little Christmas lights. Oh, it's just such a fun set. It really is. And I know from how many of the samples I've got, I know the design team absolutely love it. So then I also have Emma's Christmas elements, which are all these beautiful little stamps. So we've got a couple of different trees, we've got a mug of cocoa, we've got a Christmas cake, we've got Christmas candy, we've got the snowman, we've got different snowflakes, we've got the present, which is one of the dies, we've got our little with love charm, we've got the house, which is another one of the dies, we have bunting with hearts, so it doesn't have to be for Christmas. We've got the Christmas lights, we've got more Christmas candy, we've got an ice skate, we've got the church, which is a die, and we've got the sprig, which is a die, and we've got the little snowballs as well. In the main stamp set we did little flowers because we thought that then you could use it for every day as well as Christmas. So that's why we've got snowballs in here and the flowers in the other set. So they're just so cute, and they're so lovely to stamp and colour, and just so much that you can do with them. They might look like little stamps, but honestly, when you see all the design team inspiration, you are going to be blown away by what you can achieve with these little designs. They are amazing. So that's the elements. And then lastly, we have Emma's Christmas florals. Beautiful holly and mistletoe sprig. Got a little holly sprig, we've got a little mistletoe sprig, and then we've got this beautiful flower in 3 different sizes, so you can layer them up, you can use them individually, and you will see these again ever such a lot in all the samples. And they are not just for Christmas. You wait, there's a card I'm keeping for tonight, but that Jo Shannon made, and she's done them in red, but to me they just look like poppies. It's absolutely beautiful, and it doesn't matter what medium the design team have used for the flowers, whether it's pattern paper, coloured paper, vellum, just card, honestly, pearl paper. They just look amazing. And heat embossed as well, because they've got that detail on them. Oh, they just look fabulous. So I stamped a sheet and actually coloured them as well, just to give you an idea of what they're going to look like. Beautiful size for your cards as well. Honestly, just fabulous. So I am going to tell you there is very limited stock of this. I do know that we're a little bit late for Christmas. It was a problem. We got held up with the dies, which is why we had to wait to release it, because we had to wait for the die to come in. And yeah, it's very, very limited stock. So if you do want it, and then you need to buy it and get it while you can. That's all I'm going to say. I also wanted to remind you of Hazel's beautiful Christmas sentiments. These are on their way back in stock with the Stockists in the next couple of days. So, you know, you will see these featured a lot on the Christmas cards. Beautiful size. And if you didn't get them, then it's your chance to get them again now. But again, I reordered everything, and the Stockists have wiped me out. So when they get them back in, if you want them, you need to get them. So let me move on and show you. So I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to bring in Emma's beautiful bunting that she made. I love it. To me, I just love how she's used giant paper clips, but to me they look like sledges. I don't know why, but I just think it's beautiful. And the detail. So these little stamps, she's got the cocoa mug in the background. We've got our lantern, which is a shaker card. So it's dimensional, it's got glitter in there. We've got our letter, we've got our lattice work, but that has been heat embossed onto the acetate. Honestly, it's stunning. Look at the flowers as well. This is that little flower that Emma has layered up, embossed, got glitter on it. And then the next letter we've got is the E, but we've got the present in the background. But she's made all the it's incredible, absolutely incredible. And then with the R, she's used Hazel's little Christmas sentiment as well. I have to tell you that the comments are flashing up before me. I haven't really managed to read any of them, but I will go back afterwards. I will make myself a fruit tea and sit and read all your comments. And if there's any questions, I'm sure that if there is questions, people will be getting back to you. But if there's anything I need to answer, I will do. But isn't that just amazing? So that's Emma's beautiful garland, bunting, whatever. And then I have to show you this wreath that she's made. It's a little joke between Emma and I. I'm going to bring the camera back a little bit. I don't think I'll even be able to get it in when I do that. Emma knows I've always loved any of the wreaths that she makes. Even way back when we were with craftwork cards, and I would say to her, oh, please, can you make a wreath? Like, I just know your wreath is just going to be beautiful. And so she said she had to make me a wreath with this collection. But just look at all those flowers. Now, this doesn't come with a die, so she's hand cut all these flowers out. Isn't that it's just beautiful, isn't it? And I love, she's done the sprig as well. So this is the mistletoe sprig, I believe. And she's done it onto acetate, but heat embossed it. Just incredible, isn't it? Beautiful. And then she's made this lovely gift bag. So she's put ribbons, and she's made the bag as well out of cardstock. I mean, it's just beautiful in itself. She's added some of her flowers, but look, she's done them onto pattern paper, and how lovely do they look? And that little Christmas tree from the Christmas elements in the background. And again, Hazel's sentiments, and she's heat embossed these, and I must ask her what this embossing is, because it's like matte gold. It's beautiful. I mean, it's like a pearly, it's lovely, But how gorgeous does that look? So clever, so clever. And then Tracy has she's made a lovely wine bottle holder for a little miniature bottle of wine, which is fabulous. And then she's done a big bottle cover, so you can put this onto a big size bottle of wine. Sorry. But again, she's used the little stamp. So this is the little present one, the one that you get a die for as well. And she's used my Dinky Circle dies as well to create this. Isn't that lovely? And then again, Hazel's Season's Greetings. Oh, and she's done this in foam. This is funky foam that she's cut the Season's Greetings out of. It feels lovely. And then her little wine bottle. I don't know if Tracy was going to do this as a make. But if it's not for something I'm going to tell you about at the end, then I know that she'll do it if we ask her. But isn't that fabulous? And again, just using all those little stamps as well. Brilliant ideas. And then before I get onto some cards, this one is one that Jo Shannon made after her friend Jean sent her a bar of chocolate in a card. And how lovely is this? So there's a bar of chocolate in a pocket, and I thought it was such a lovely idea. I'm actually going to do this for what I'm going to tell you about at the end. So that's from Jo Shannon, but just look how beautiful does Emma's flower look in vellum. White heat embossed onto vellum, and then Jo's layered that up. And look, with the Merry Christmas, isn't that beautiful? And again, these are still available as well, the Merry Christmas sentiments. Okay. She did say I could eat the chocolate if I wanted. Right, let's start on the samples then. Okay, now I'm going to show a lot of Emma's samples this morning because it is Emma's collection at the end of the day. I mean, I've got other design team samples to show as well. And like I say, I've got another lot for tonight. How lovely do these look? Look at those lanterns filled up with sequins. Again, beautiful and dimensional. She's got her lattice on the top as well. She's got foil card behind. Actually, the foil card inside that's very clever because it just really brings everything to life. And look at those flowers. Again, this is onto card, but it looks like Emma's splattered with white paint as well. And then the mistletoe and holly sprig onto vellum. Just so pretty. So pretty. Right, and then next, this beautiful. This is Emma's bell jar, but she's filled it with sequins, but also little tiny sweeties, little tiny lollipops, and then little tiny candy canes. And she's even used the bumblebee. And then I love how she's done the holly little sprig onto acetate. Isn't it beautiful? So clever, so clever. And then this one, this is an easel card. It's really hard for me. I can't get the camera far enough away. But just look how pretty that is with those lovely pastel colour prezzies. And then her flowers are black embossed onto acetate with a paper one behind that she's done in a coloured ink. So you're seeing a little bit of pink, a little bit of black, bit of green, bit of yellow, bit of purple. And then she's done her lantern inside, but she's coloured it with a no-line ink pad, and it just looks real. It's just incredible. The little snowflake in all the different colours to build up her frame. And then, I mean, that could be a card in itself. And then really, that could be a card in itself. Isn't that beautiful? And again, using Hazel's sentiments that he embossed onto the acetate, and then she's glittered behind it. And then the little present for your background. It's just such a clever use of little stamps. And then this one is so pretty as well. So she's actually done these onto acetate and heat embossed them. But then we've got really chunky, and I think if I can turn, yeah, like really chunky glitter behind. And just how beautiful do they look? It's all very shiny because we've got a lot of acetate. We've got the little bell jar inside with a snowman and a church and some Christmas trees. We've got the holly and mistletoe sprig onto acetate, but again with glitter behind the acetate. I'll ask her what colours she used for the, I think they're probably distressed oxides. I think you're probably talking picked raspberry, peacock feathers, mustard seed and mowed lawn, I would think, and wilted violet. That's what I would say, Sarah, for the ink pads. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Again, the winter wishes from Hazel's sentiments. And then she's done one with her lantern, and we've got Hazel's Christmas stencil in the background. We've got the church. We've got torn bits of paper with glitter. We've got the holly and mistletoe sprig heat embossed onto vellum again, but this time she's coloured it. She's actually added black glitter behind. We've got vellum flowers, white heat embossed. We've got lovely stamens in the centre. We've got them layered up. We've got our lantern just tucked in there, in amongst the flowers. I mean, just the amount of detail, the lovely glitter frame, the lovely glitter writing. The amount of detail in the cards is just, it is incredible. And then I thought this was very clever. And I noticed that the design team have actually done several different things. So let me just grab the die because I'll be able to show you it. So this piece here, Emma's used to create a present. So she's made it look like a present, and we've got them all in the background. And then obviously she's made a focal point of it on the front. We've got the holly with, again, white heat embossed onto acetate. We've got our Merry Christmas from the sentiments. But it's just so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All that shape just transformed into a present. It's so clever. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I've got this one from Shannon. See how she's done these red flowers? Now, they look like Christmas roses, but wouldn't they look like poppies as well? So it's so versatile. And then Jo has done this so that the front of her lantern opens up, and she's got a little house inside, and she's put the puffy, I can't remember what it's called now, puffy stuff on it. But how lovely is that? And I love this with the embossing around the edge, Jo, as well. That's really nice. That must be an embossing folder. That's lovely. And how Jo's coloured the lantern as well. It looks like metal. It's so clever. I'd love to know what you've painted that with, Jo. That is so clever. But I love how that opens up to reveal a little house inside. And then this one from Philippa. Loving Philippa's colours on this one. Again, using Hazel's sentiments. We've got the bell jar. We've got the little house. I love it. Doesn't it look different? Coloured in differently. We've got our heart banner. We've got our candy canes. And then we've got our Christmas trees as well. Just such lovely colourways. And then this gorgeous one from Tracy. I mean, we've got the lovely gold lantern. So she's done that onto gold mirror card. Looks beautiful. I love how she's used the lights to create that frame around her card. I mean, how clever is that? And then we've got acetate in the front. We've got some little snowflakes in there with our house. And we've got Merry and Bright. And again, that has been heat embossed. It's gorgeous. Got some little snowflakes. Very Tracy. We've got a bit of stenciling in the background. We've got a wrap of vellum over the top. But how lovely is that? And then lastly, for the lantern ones, I've still got 2 more piles to go. Dear. This is one that I made. So I've used the little snowflakes around my bell jar. And then I've created a little scene. Again, I tore some paper to create a snowy background. Put my church, the snowman and some trees and some Christmas lights in there. And then covered it with the acetate as well. Really easy to do. Really fun. And again, I used Hazel's sentiments on there. So let me move these beauties out of the way. Such amazing samples. I am so incredibly lucky to have such an amazing design team. And I really do want to thank them, because I couldn't do this without them. So huge thank you to them. This one from Emma. So this time we've got acetate on the front, but she's actually die cut the shape of the bell jar out of it. You can just about make it out. Oh, there you go. You can see it now. So she's die cut the bell jar out so you see into the little scene that she's created. Beautiful colourways with the craft. We've got the little house, the snowman, sweeties and trees. She's used her flowers and her sprig. I love it on the craft and coloured in. Isn't that beautiful? And then she's used one of my hand-picked floral flowers as well. So any flowers you've got, these are just going to extend what you've already got. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And even down to like the little lights as well. So much detail. Okay, this one is from Tracy, and I thought this was so clever. She's used Emma's holly and mistletoe sprig to create a wreath, and then she's added little houses like on her wreath. Isn't that lovely? And the candy canes as well, just popping them in. How beautiful is that? So clever. And then now this one I want to show you, but I don't have the Merry Christmas die anymore, but people will have it from last year. How lovely does that look with the ice skate? The ice skate on the craft just looks beautiful. And then Emma's cut out two with glitter behind them, and they're backed up, so if they spin round it doesn't matter. How lovely is that? Never thought about an ice skating boot before for Christmas, but it works so well, and with the snowflake, and it just looks so good on the craft. It really does. And then this is another one of Emma's. She's built up a scene. I love how she's used the cloud and a white ink pad onto the acetate. Onto the craft card. We've got craft flowers, which I think look beautiful. She's used my Beautiful Blooms centre. Again on the acetate, white heat embossed with glitter behind. We've got little layers of snow from torn card that have got glitter on the top. We've got the house, we've got the snowman, we've got the trees. We've got a glitter scallop edged frame, which is one of my dies. And again, just these thin strips of gold card in the background to create that stripy effect on her paper. How clever. Absolutely stunning. I've got one from Marion here, where she's used the little snowballs and the snowflakes, and then die cut my Christmas joy from the die. But the background that she's created, oh, it's just gorgeous. Beautiful. It's done with glitter. Absolutely fabulous. She's probably written on the back. Yeah, wow sparkles. Isn't that lovely? Actually, you should remember to do this, because that's cutting the profile, so the outside edge, and then doing that from sticky, and then putting all your different glitters on. So absolutely fabulous. And then this is one that I made using the little stamps. Excuse me. And I've used the little tag that comes in Hazel's dies, in her square and circle dies. I used those, and lots of Emma's little elements fit on that tag perfectly. And then I've mixed up Hazel's Merry and my Christmas, and a little bit of stenciling in the background. I love this that Jo Street did as well, where she's added colour to her card and then over stamped with some of the elements of the little Christmas elements. So we've got the holly sprig, we've got the cocoa, the snowflake, the house, the snowman, the ice skating boot, the cake, the present and a tree. And how lovely is that? And then the little Noel from Hazel's stamp set. This lovely one from Tracy. Again, Tracy's used the tag from Hazel's square and circle dies. Used the Merry Christmas. I love her little bit of stenciling and inky bits in the background. And then she's added some snowflakes as well. So just beautiful. And this one that Jo Shannon has made. And I've forgotten about doing this. I used to love folding the papers like that. It's actually a circle. And I think it's called a cathedral window in quilting. And then you fold the pieces in. And it just, I just think it's lovely. But how beautiful is that? And a great way to use your little stamps as well. They are so versatile. Like, I know little stamps frighten some people. It's like, you know, you're going to have to do so much to have an impact. But you really don't have to do that much to have an impact. I mean, look how different all those cards are. And yet we've all used those little stamps. So versatile. I love this that Jo Street did. Jo Shannon has also done one, which I'm keeping for tonight, where she's used the little tree to create a tree. And then she's added the joy underneath. So really lovely. Simple card, but it just looks beautiful. Oh, I'm glad I got it right, Jo. I thought I'd remembered right. And then this one from Philippa. Oh, I just love the colourway of this one. All those different browns. I just think it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, Winter Wishes, this could be a birthday card. Doesn't have to be a Christmas card. It could be someone who's got a birthday near coming up to Christmas. But it just looks fabulous. Okay, so, oh no, got some more, sorry. I missed these two. One from Emma, where she's used the little elements with her flowers. We've got Season's Greetings. The circle is from my circle die, my original one, that gives you that skinny frame. And just I love her use of the glosses. So we've got gold glosses, black glosses, white glosses. How lovely does that look? We've got wiggly lines. Absolutely beautiful. And they've all been cut out from pearlised paper as well, which gives a really pretty finish to it. And then the last one for the little ones. This one, I love how Emma's cut the bell jar into the white piece of card and then created her little scene inside, which I think is so clever. Wouldn't have thought of doing that. But just, I'm going to bring it up so you can see. So we've got different layers with torn paper for the snow. And then she's tucked her little candies and her snowman and her little house in there. I love this onto the craft. And look at the background with her candy canes, her lollipops and her sweeties all onto the craft, all coloured. It's just beautiful. White heat embossed and then coloured. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so let me move these out of the way. And then we've got some floral cards. So this one that Emma's made, white pearlised paper for her flowers. She's used the centre from my beautiful blooms. We've got silver sparkle embossing onto acetate. We've got the Merry Christmas from last year and all the different size flowers. So whether they're layered up, whether they're just individual, I just love it. This doing the sprigs onto acetate is so clever because you can just cut them out and they just end up floating and they look so delicate and it's so clever. And then this one, I love this one, how she's created this wreath. She's used her holly sprig and there's a bit of Hazel's pine cone in there, or pine needles in there as well. And then she's spritzed it with some water. But look, she's used the lattice as a stamp to create some texture in the background. We've got the little Season's Greetings, which was a stamp, I believe, in one of Hazel's sets. And we've got the Merry Christmas vertical sentiment as well, all in there. There's so much detail in this. And then those beautiful, I mean, I want to say like latte colour, not that I want one. Beautiful coloured flowers with it, and white heat embossed onto that lovely caramel colour. Looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Wouldn't that make a lovely winter wedding card? That really would. Now this one, I love this card. It's the colourway. She's just hit the nail on the head. It's gold heat embossed onto craft, but she's coloured the holly with like a grey blue and then a rusty colour and black berries. But how different and beautiful does it look? And then the Season's Greeting is done in black onto gold foil. So everything just mixes and matches and works together. We've got black ink splats in the background. I just absolutely love that. So different as well. And then wanted to get across that, you know, the bell jar isn't just for Christmas. So Emma's made a birthday card. We've got the bell jar. We've got some bees in there. We've got another bee. She's done them on acetate. Her flowers have the beautiful, beautiful blooms, stamens in the centres of them. Again, she's used my square original dies where she's cut her scallop frame. And again, she's done beautiful soft green embossing onto the acetate. And then when you cut them out, they're just so delicate. Honestly, I give it a go. It just looks beautiful. And then this is one that Jo Street has done. She's used Emma's, I think it's Jo. Yes, it is Jo. She's used Emma's holly sprig for her background and added my Merry and Hazel's Christmas. So again, it just shows how they work so well with things you're already going to have. So absolutely beautiful. This one that Tracy did, again, she's made the flowers red with, she's used the holly and mistletoe sprig. We've got a Merry Christmas, lovely with her inky background. We've got some stars, some little snowflakes. It's just beautiful. And she also made, I've kept one of them for tonight, but look at that tag as well to go on a, I mean, that could go on a card, but that on a present, how gorgeous is that going to look? Absolutely fabulous. And then another one from Marion, where Marion's used the mistletoe in all the different colours and then added her Christmas in the glitter. It's probably sparkles, I would imagine. Feels like it. Yes, it is sparkles. But how lovely does that look? And then she's put foil. Can you see? Let me see if I can get it. Yes, it is picking it up. So she's used a quickie glue pen and then gone over, let that dry, and then gone over and put the foil details in the middle of those mistletoe sprigs. It's just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And then this one Philippa has done. Beautiful colourway. Season's Greetings from Hazel's Sentiments. She's used Emma's stamp to create a background. In fact, I think she stamped like a huge piece, not a huge, but you know, like probably 8x8 piece of card with the background. And she showed us that and it was like, oh, just looks gorgeous as a background paper. Not sure I'd be able to cut it up. But I love how she's just coloured little elements of the design. So lots of it is just as it is, but she's just added a little bit of water to just the centre of the leaves. And then that flower again, and the colouring on that Philippa is beautiful. I've got such lovely cards to show you later tonight even. And then this is one that I did. I just love these flowers. I had to do them with polished gold embossing powder, a little bit of embossed background, hazel sentiments and some glitter glosses. But yeah, I just absolutely love them. beautiful. Okay, so that's what I'm sharing with you of the design team at the moment. I do have 3 more big piles to share. I'm just going to move a couple of things because I do not want to sit on anything. I will put that there so you can look at it. Oh, actually, I'm going to bring something else in. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you this to its true potential because it's quite big and I need to get my camera a little bit further away. But Philippa has made the most incredible advent calendar out of little drawers. They all open, they are all filled with chocolate. It's all been handmade, the little boxes. We've got the bell jar, we've got flowers, we've got a 3-dimensional lantern on the top. We were determined to work that out and Philippa did it. She's got all the lanterns on the top here, all the flowers. The work in here is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Made from scratch, all those beautiful pattern papers. I love how she's labelled all the handles. We've got our little scenes. It is just incredible. So a huge thank you. Must have taken you a long time. She did tell me that she used a die, and I'm sure if anybody wants to know more details, Philippa, I'm sure we'll tell you. And right, so this leads me on. I'm going to flip the camera back if you don't mind. There are so many details on there. Right, I'm not sitting down on anything. I don't want to sit down on Emma's wreath or something like that. So, okay, so what I wanted to tell you was launching on Friday, 1st of November at 7:30 here. We're going to be doing a countdown to Christmas. I don't know if the video's gone out yet. I know Philippa has made the most amazing video to explain it all, and there's going to be from the 1st to the 15th of November, there are going to be lots of lives from the design team sharing different projects. Philippa's advent calendar isn't one of them. I don't think anyway. But I thought it would be really nice. I'm going to give away some prizes. So I'm sure Philippa won't mind, but I'm going to give away her advent calendar. So during the week, or the 2 weeks that we're on, the details goes at 11. I thought it did, I didn't want to say. So we will, all the details will be coming up about what is going to be on. And at the end of the 15th of November, I will give Philippa's advent calendar away, along with other things that I will be making. And I'm sure the design team are pretty good. Oh, I know, bear with me. I know that Tracy's live, which is on Monday, Tracy's going to be sharing how she made this amazing, let me just undo it, advent calendar. And as much as it grieves me, because I'd really love this myself, I'm going to give that away as well. So we'll have Philippa's advent calendar, we'll have Tracy's advent calendar, but there'll be lots of giveaways of different things happening during the week. So the 1st to the 15th. Don't forget, I will be back here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you love Emma's designs as much as we do. Don't forget, you can get them from Hazel and Paul at Dragon's Papercraft, Holly and Richard at Wow Embossing Powder, Joe and Mark at Let's Create, Kate at the Mulberry Bush, Craft Stash, and Ben at JCraft. And in America from Simon Says, and they will be winging their way to Jeanette today, so they will be in Australia as well. They are very limited stock, so if you do want them, then please make sure you get them, because I won't be reordering these because it's too close to Christmas with the length of time and what have you, the lead time. So I'll be back tonight at 7:30. Don't forget, if you want to look at the Pinterest boards, then you'll see all the design teams cards on there, so you'll see what I'm going to show you tonight. But yeah, lots of fabulous ideas, so please come back tonight. If I don't make something tonight, then I will come on live and do a little make at some stage, and I'll post that on, obviously, on the page. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go make a cuppa and read all your lovely comments. Oh, thank you. It's so lovely to see you've placed my order. I've placed my order. Thank you so much. It really does mean the world. And I know Emma will be absolutely thrilled that you want to play with her designs as well. So it's wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you to the design team as well. You are just incredible. Have a lovely day, and I will see you tonight. Take care. Bye.